Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is without a doubt an extraordinary game. Here is my list of things that would make it even better. Number 1. Custom map markers. Expedition 33 has a lot of content, many areas full of secrets. While exploring all of that, I often knew I would have to come back to certain areas. Sometimes it was a tough boss, a merchant when I had no money, or something else completely. There were often reasons to remember a specific spot. The problem is I never remember things like that. What would help me? Custom map markers. They wouldn't even need to have custom nodes like for example in Baldur's Gate 3, but simply having a tick on the map would help me remember that there is something I want to see in that area. Number 2. Enemy health bar sliders. Not to make things easier, but actually harder. I was never intentionally farming experience in this game, I merely wanted to explore everything, but still I got to a point where regular enemies were a joke and combat ended before the enemies even had a turn. They simply felt like speed bumps that gave free XP and it felt boring. And no, increasing the difficulty was not an option because I was already on expert. I want enemies to feel at least a bit dangerous, and I know health sliders would help, because I've had this exact problem with a few games before, and when they had enemy health sliders, it always helped. In Expedition 33, I eventually got to the end game and more dangerous areas where this stopped being a problem, but then I started New Game Plus and everything just dies super quick again, so please give me health sliders. Number 3. Loadouts. Expedition 33 has countless possible builds for each character. Some work better for long boss battles, some work better for group fights. You have numerous weapons, skills and lumina. You can change most of it anytime you want. But sometimes this process feels a bit tedious. Many times I found a new weapon with cool passives and I thought, I will need to change my whole build for this and I am too lazy to do that. Other times I fought a single boss with an anti-group build because I didn't feel like spending time to change it. What I want is 2 to 3 loadouts for each character, where you can save at least the Pictos and Lumina, and just switch between them with a click of a button instead of spending 5 minutes trying to remember that one Lumina that is still missing. Number 4. Photo mode. Just look at this game. It's so gorgeous. It should be a crime to not include a photo mode in such a beautiful game. Number 5. Use higher quality materials to upgrade low-level weapons. This is definitely my fault. I recently started a New Game Plus, wanted to try some new weapons and builds, and find out I can't use those weapons effectively because they were a low level and I couldn't upgrade them. I would need the Resplendent Catalyst, which I don't have anymore. The problem is I can't even farm for it anymore because enemies already drop Grandiose Catalysts which are a higher level. To use that weapon, I now need to either find enough Gestural merchants to buy the catalysts or loot a higher level version of that weapon. But I also think it wouldn't be a problem to just be able to use the higher level material for the upgrade instead. After all, I am only hurting myself by doing so. Number 6. Gommage number 32. This is a big pet peeve I have. What happens if you sleep 380 times? What happens if you let the entire year pass? Nothing. I checked. The Gommage is supposed to happen every year, but if you just waste your entire year, nothing happens. This isn't likely to happen if you play the game normally, you have to intentionally go for this, but it wouldn't even be an exception in the game's lore. We have multiple journals of expeditions that are only days away from the next Gommage. If you waste time like this, I want a scene where the Paintress wakes up again and paints 32. The thing is, this doesn't even need to be a game over. Maelle is only 16, so she wouldn't Gommage away. If you progressed far enough in the game, you also know you still could finish the game relatively normally. And you wouldn't even need to meet Expedition 32, as they can easily meet the same fate as the majority of Expedition 33 did in the beginning. This would be a small detail experienced by only a tiny percentage of people, but including rare scenes like this feels like a big reward for people who find them. Number 7. More final blow sequences on bosses. Remember defeating Yvek for the first time, seeing how Lune and Gustave work together to deliver the final blow? After the hopeless start, where the expedition almost ended before it even started, defeating Yvek was epic. This was where I thought, hell yeah, this is awesome, we are awesome and we are doing this, we are defeating the Paintress, and I can't wait to see another scene like this. And then, it kind of doesn't happen a lot. And every time it did happen, I just thought, this is awesome, I wish there was more of it. Finally, as an honorable mention, you likely expected I would want a minimap. At first I did want a minimap, but eventually I began to appreciate its absence. I think most areas are designed well enough that you don't need a minimap. Some areas are even intentionally designed to be confusing, and a minimap would ruin that. And I think it's more satisfying to finally discover the path to that one item that was teasing you the whole time, rather than opening a minimap and thinking, ah, of course, how did I miss that path? In the end, no, I don't want a minimap. So those were my 7 things I want to make Expedition 33 even better. What do you think about my list? Did you find anything you also want, or did I miss something else you want? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, subscribe for more gaming content. That's it for today, have a great day, and see you next time.